Thank you very much. We have seen figures coming from the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics that the previous quarter grew by 2.1% of the GDP. That is a little bit higher than what we had expected. We had expected something in the region of 1.5 like the previous quarter. We are going into the third quarter, and this quarter is normally associated with increased consumption. We are going into a holiday season. Schools are going to be closed. People are going to be shopping. The Christmas season is coming in. We therefore expect a little bit more robust economic activities than the previous quarter. So it is true we would be expecting a slight improvement in third quarter results.
With that, how extreme do you see the shift being of local investors from the bond market, where, as Rumbi was saying earlier, they're heavily invested towards the equities market once again, or are we going to see more of a gradual, movement away?
Thank you. You know, what is happening here, first of all, if you look at our index, it has been coming down over the last 9 months. When you compare that with the index like the Dow Jones, which has recently hit a 10,000 mark, if you look at South Africa index, has also been going up. The Cairo index has been going up. We are seeing international investors wanting to diversify and move into a country like Kenya, which has a higher upside. There's a very strong expectation that the Kenyan market will definitely pick up, maybe in the next 3 months or so. So most companies those good stocks in Kenya are definitely very good bargain prices. Secondly, we have seen local investors try to shy away a little bit from the equity market and moving towards bond market. Of note, something that is very significant that's going to happen on 6th of November, we expect the bond market to start trading on the ATS, automated trading system. That will reduce the settlement of bond transaction from 3 days to T+0. We expect this will increase the turnover of bond. The Kenyan bond that was fully subscribed recently with many retail investors going into it. We expect retail investors to increase their attention towards bond trading.
Let's look at it from your perspective, Rumbi, as a foreign investor here. I mean, what sectors do you have a particularly keen eye on the moment ahead of third quarter financial releases?
We would be looking at the telecoms and the breweries, and maybe the banking sector, because those are traditionally the markets that we really look at.
Yeah, obviously those boasting most liquidity as well. So for a foreign investor, that's obviously one of the key points to keep in mind. Let's get into some industry news here, where we've seen a lot of foreign investor interest in Bamburi over the last couple of weeks. We've seen in the headlines Bamburi Cement announcing that it sold an 11% stake in rival Athi River Mining. What is the market made of that news? Has it really had any time to digest?
Yes. Well, first of all, I think we need to understand why the transaction actually happened, because the understanding that we have had is that Bamburi got rid of its stake in Athi because they did not see it in line with their strategic goals going forward, as well as they wanted to use the money to utilize it in its own operations going forward to expand. There has been some sentiment that Bamburi has used Athi to get to its goals. That's why they are now disposing of its shares.
Let's bring Fred in there. Fred, I mean, sentiment on the ground regarding this transaction, where we know Bamburi has found it very useful in the past to be sitting on Athi River Mining's management board.
Yeah, Bamburi, with the 11% stake, Bamburi was accorded 2 seats on the board. With their exit now, we expect that they will have to give up the 2 seats. And, there has been a lot of concern about when they sit on both Athi River Mining, and they have also the Bamburi Cement Company, whether really it's good for the market and good for the competition. They have had some few quarrels here and there. Sometimes, also concerns about who takes what quarry and what mine and so on and so forth. But now we expect going forward that the area is going to be, the field is going to be a little bit more clear. Athi River Mining will concentrate on its own goals, and Bamburi Cement Factory will concentrate on its own goals.
Let's look at some of the share price reaction there. What has been reaction to the news if we're looking at performances being put on by Bamburi but Athi River Mining as well?
We have seen Athi River Mining shares go up by 4 shillings over the last 1 week. There is still a lot of talk in town as to who exactly picked up these shares. All we know right now is that there were foreign investors who came and took Athi River Mining.
Yeah, well, certainly that is the speculation, Rumbi. I mean, that foreign investors have bought the shares. What does this say about a foreign investor appetite for Kenyan blue chips, in your opinion?
I think there's a lot of appetite. Just bringing this over to Fred, I understand that there's a block of about 3 million shares that are still outstanding. Does he see this as being taken up by foreigners, or does he see this as local taking it up?
Fred, did you get that question from Rumbi?
Sorry, come again, please.
I was saying, I understand that there's still an outstanding block of 3 million shares of Athi River. Do you see that block being taken up by foreigners?
It's still likely that foreigners they are likely. I mean, it's still available. Athi River Mining is a company that has a very robust work plan and a strategic plan going forward. They have mines coming up in Tanzania. The upside is still significant. And as I said before, this is a country, the index is still down, and it still has a very big upside. Foreigners are likely to feel that this is a good stock to buy. It is true. Foreigners can easily pick up this block.
Well, certainly.